Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Steven.
And I'm Clay.
And we are the Hilsmaniacs.
The heck was that for?
It's a turkey call.
Okay. Anyways, so today's video, we're going to dive into the realm of sports entertainment. We're going to talk about WWE.
World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah, that's what that stands for. Okay. We're going to talk about our top 10 least favorite WWE superstars currently on the roster.
Least favorite.
Least favorite.
Oh, God.
Number 10 will be our favorite of our least favorite superstars, if that makes sense. It's the superstar that we hate the least out of these 10.
Got it. Okay, right. I'm ready.
So,
let's do this.
Who you got for your number 10? Who do you hate the least out of your least favorite 10 superstars?
Number 10, I'm going to say Roman Reigns.
Okay.
I think he has potential, but I think WWE is pushing him on us too much. Like, this past year, the past 4 years, he's main evented WrestleMania.
I don't know why.
He really shouldn't have. I mean, they're trying to build him up as this great superstar. I think he could be there someday if they would stop pushing him on us and let other people fight for the Universal Championship or fight against Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. But at the same time, I do feel that Roman could potentially be, even if they turned him heel, I think he'd be a great heel for WWE to use. I just don't like that. Really, the only thing I don't like, I guess, about Roman Reigns is that they're pushing him on us too much.
Okay. I also have Roman for my number 10. I think had they brought him up with the Shield and had them, when they went their separate ways, worked him up a little bit more, rather than just like, oh, you're in the main event now. Like, I think they pushed him on us too early in his career. Because really, if you think of Seth Rollins, he's a former NXT champion, the first ever NXT champion. We got to see him in singles action as a champion.
Right.
Roman Reigns and Ambrose, I like both of them, but neither one really had a singles run in NXT. They brought them right up as the Shield, and I liked the Shield, but then once they broke up, they started pushing Roman as this main eventer, and he shouldn't have been at that point yet. They could have built him up a little bit more and a little bit less than what they have been, which is why he's number 10.
Exactly. In the comment section below, let us know what you think about Roman Reigns. As we move on to number 9. What's your number 9?
I have the current reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar.
He's still around?
Not because I hate Brock Lesnar, but because I don't like the fact that they gave him the Universal Championship.
That's true.
They gave him the main title on Raw, and he's never here. He's defended it like 4 times since he won the stinking title.
Yes.
So that, in my opinion, is what puts him at number 9 underneath Roman Reigns.
I mean, he was not a good choice for Universal Champion, especially if he's not going to show up at every pay-per-view. Now, someone like Seth Rollins or even Roman Reigns,
Finn Balor,
those guys show up every day and they kick butt and they lay their life on the line every single week on Raw. And one of them should have been Universal Champion. I could see them defending the Universal title every week on Raw.
They don't have to defend it every week, but at least bring the title out. Represent your brand.
Like on SmackDown, AJ Styles defends the WWE Championship
almost every
pay-per-view. Even on a couple SmackDowns along the way. That's how Raw should have done that with the Universal title. Okay, so my number 9 now, I say Elias. I don't know why I didn't think of him farther up on the list, but I just don't like his gimmick. I don't really like anything about Elias. Just the whole, he can't sing. I mean, he can play the guitar, but he can't sing.
And he can wrestle. I like his, like, I think he's a good superstar. I could see him maybe one day, if they build him up a little bit, becoming IC or US champ, depending on where he's at that point in his career.
Me too.
And
or I could just see him at least as an Intercontinental Champion.
Least,
right
at
now,
least let him win a title.
Right now, I just don't understand his gimmick. They're not really going anywhere with it. He's just kind of that person who's there to pretty much job out to other superstars, I guess is what it is.
And speaking of Elias, he's actually my number 8.
Go for it.
So, we pretty much just covered that.
Okay. So my number 8 was, we covered yours too. My number 8 was Brock Lesnar, the Universal Champion.
So I guess we're just going to skip number 8.
Numero
we already talked about them. I have 2 people for number 7.
Go for it.
Mine's a tie between Baron Corbin and Kevin Owens. Oh, I'm sorry. Stephanie McMahon's personally appointed Constable of Monday Night Raw, Baron Corbin. That is the dumbest gimmick I have ever heard. He's pretty much what Kane was when he was director of operations. So I mean,
he is maybe major superstar potential. Just they might have done that a little too early with him when he won the Universal Championship and all that. They tried to build him up. I think if they do a little bit more with him, they could have him as a good heel champion. I can't see, if they ever turn him to a baby face, his career's over.
Right.
He makes a good heel. I can see where you're coming from, though.
But Kevin Owens, he really hasn't done anything. I mean, his last major feud, other than this one now with Braun Strowman, in my opinion, his last major feud was with Chris Jericho when they dropped the U.S. title 3 times back and forth. Because he fought Jericho at Mania, which I enjoyed. I thought that was how they had them face each other. But after that, Kevin just...
Yeah, and then they did.
And he was teaming with Sami Zayn, and I really didn't... That was kind of stupid.
I understand where you're coming from with that. My number 7, I'm going into the tag team division. The Revival.
Who?
Yeah. Who cares? That's all I have to say.
I mean, they haven't done anything. I'll show you how much I don't care. Number 6.
Yeah.
I got a tag team for this one. The Bar.
The Bar.
They went to SmackDown, and they haven't done anything. I'm not doing that.
You're not doing the Bar thing?
They went to SmackDown, and they've done absolutely nothing.
Here's the Bar.
Not that I care if they do anything. I like Cesaro. I've never liked Sheamus. Cesaro, I wish, would win, like, the WWE title or something. Because I like Cesaro. I think he's awesome. And then they put him with Sheamus, and his career went down the toilet. I mean, they're tag team champions now. Like, really? Those two do not deserve to be tag team champions. So I'm kind of glad they're doing nothing on SmackDown. But the reason they're so high on this list is because there's, 5 people left that just deserve to be lower on this list.
True. My number 6 is Shinsuke Nakamura. That guy. The current United States champion.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know. I like his gimmick where he loses matches. That's a cool gimmick. He lost like 6 times to AJ Styles. Barely speaks English.
We were at Extreme Rules. We were part of the crowd in Pittsburgh. So
I only did it once.
No, we'll get there. Trust me.
But
we got somebody that was in that match on this list. So we'll get to that point.
Shinsuke Nakamura. I just don't get, like, especially he can barely speak English.
I don't care if you like him, but I know I don't, and we'll get to him later on in my list. But I just don't see the point of having him as a champion. He can't wrestle. He's got like 3 moves. He can't dance, and he can't speak English.
And then he comes out and has convulsions in the ring.
It gives you a freaking stroke when he
with his stroke lights.
Strobe lights.
I'm calling them the stroke lights. It comes out like right in your face.
So that was your number 6?
That's my numero 6.
All right.
Number 5.
What do you got for 5, Steven?
5.
Yes, half of 10. 5.
I'm going back to, I guess you can call them a tag team, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. I don't see the point of that whole team up, that whole relationship. I kind of like Drew McIntyre. Like, I could see him. He's a good singles competitor. I mean, I could see him as Intercontinental Champion maybe very soon.
Again.
That's what I mean. But teaming him with Dolph Ziggler, like, I don't like that. And making Dolph the Intercontinental Champion because of this whole thing, like, that's just, I don't know. I just don't like that gimmick now of him teaming with Dolph Ziggler. It makes no sense at all. And I just don't like Dolph Ziggler. I like Drew McIntyre. I don't like this team. But nothing against Drew McIntyre. Everything against Dolph Ziggler.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Your number 5?
Well, the defeated Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins. That guy.
I love this gimmick that he's never won a match. But he's pointless. He really is. You know, he hasn't done anything.
You barely
like,
see him on Raw anymore.
They really didn't need to bring him back to the company. They could have had someone else, Jinder Mahal, do this gimmick. You know, like they didn't need Kurt Hawkins.
Maybe it's kind of funny. It's like a reverse record. Like, that's a record you want to be broken. A streak you want to be broken. But
number 4. 4. I have 2 for this one too.
4.
Mojo Rawley. The other one is Mike Kanellis. Apparently, he's still on the roster.
He is.
He ain't wrestled since he came to Raw.
Well, I think Mike Kanellis might. I mean, he was practically the world champion when he was in Impact Wrestling.
I mean, he's good. I've watched him wrestle, and I like him, but I can't like somebody that never shows up on TV.
That's true.
He doesn't wrestle. I can't like him if he doesn't wrestle.
Well, that's not really his fault.
I get that, but they can still, you know, they have them. They might as well use them, and they don't. So we haven't seen anything from him. How can we support Mike Kanellis?
I know kind of more about him because I watched him when he was in Impact. So I could see him maybe as at least Intercontinental Champion or something if they ever decide to use him. I don't know if he'll go much farther than that. But, I mean, I don't think he really should be in the lower card. Like, I was kind of excited to see him
when he first showed up on SmackDown, it was like, wow, Mike Kanellis is here. You know, Maria came back.
Yeah.
Mike Kanellis wrestled almost every week on SmackDown. They brought him to Raw, and he hasn't been on Raw at all, unless it was like a backstage segment for like a second.
So, moving on, my number 4, Titus Worldwide. More like Titus World, no one cares.
Or Titus Worldwide.
That too.
They don't.
They ruined Apollo Crews.
I liked Apollo Crews when he first came in. I was like, when I first saw him on Raw, I was like, you know, this guy could be Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, something. Titus O'Neil.
But then they ruined him and they put him with Titus O'Neil.
That's what they did with Apollo Crews. They put him in a tag team with Dana Brooke and Titus O'Neil.
Yes. That's correct.
Titus O'Neil, who's also done nothing in this company.
Right.
And really, he's here.
anywhere.
Pointless.
Maybe if they make
A
them
waste
tag
of
team
talent
champion,
in
yeah,
Apollo Crews.
For
WWE
sure.
tends to do that.
For sure, yeah. Everyone on the Raw roster. I'm
Pretty
gonna
much.
put the Raw
Yeah,
roster on here for
literally
all 10
most of the people from this
on this list.
from this list, at least at the time of us filming this video,
We're part
were
of Raw.
part of Raw. Most, not
Exactly.
all, but most. My number 3, Jinder Mahal. I think you know why, so we'll just skip number 3.
Because no one cares, right?
Yes.
My number 3 is Jason Jordan, the son of Kurt Angle.
Who?
You know that guy.
Oh, the one that won the Raw Tag Team
Yeah.
titles with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
For like a week.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, the one that replaced Dean Ambrose.
Think about this.
For no reason
He's
whatsoever.
not going to be able to ever escape this storyline where he's the son of Kurt Angle. Like, no matter what, down the road when he's still
Right.
wrestling, they're going to look at him
Whenever
and say,
he comes back,
he's the son of
yeah.
Kurt Angle.
Whenever
Even if he
comes
leaves
back,
Raw,
they can't repackage him at this point
Even
because
if
they're
he-
just going to
yeah.
be like, oh, well, he was the son of
he
of
was
Kurt
the son
Angle.
of Kurt Angle. Now he's
Yeah,
not.
you can't just be like, oh, he's not the son of Kurt
Even
Angle
if he
now.
leaves Raw and goes to SmackDown again or whatever happens to him, other than if he leaves WWE, they can't take away this repackaging of him as Kurt Angle's
Right.
son. Like, he's just forever going to be known as Kurt Angle's
Right.
illegitimate son.
And even with, Chad Gable being on Raw now, and when they first came in, I was like, man, these remind me of Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. The world's greatest tag
Yeah,
team.
they
They were
definitely-
American Alpha, Olympic, wrestlers, pretty much.
Same for me. That's what I thought,
And
too.
and now they're using them like this, and like with them being on Raw, I think it might be cool, even though I don't like Chad Gable and Jason Jordan anymore. I think it would be cool if they reformed Team Angle, because Angle
But
is
yeah.
the Raw GM, and then with Jason being his son, and Chad Gable being on Raw, they could have Team Angle again, and then they could do like a triple or a 6-man tag match with someone else, and then they probably won't because they're trying to save Angle's wrestling for
Yeah,
bigger
At
matches
At
and-
least bigger matches.
right.
If he can
But
still wrestle.
I mean that would be a good idea. That I would be into because that's
Making
bringing
them
me
like
back to Shelton Benjamin
or
and
just
Charlie
even
Haas
bring
as
back-
a tag team.
Or just even bring back American Alpha again. But they could still call him Kurt Angle's son, but they just reformed a team.
Right,
With
they're
him and
just
Jay, since they're both
American
on Raw
Alpha.
now. Yeah.
All right, who you got for number 2?
Number 2, I got the worst tag team on the Raw roster.
No, you said them already. The Revival.
No, the other one. The B team.
What's
Bo
wrong with
Dallas and Curtis Axel.
What's wrong
The
with them?
current Raw tag team champions as of this
You
video.
don't like the B team?
I don't like the B team.
Why?
I don't like them.
Why?
I never did like Curtis Axel or Bo Dallas.
I don't like them singly, but
I don't like
together
them
as a team.
doubled
This
either.
is pretty neat.
I don't like. I didn't like them when they were the Miz Taraj.
I
don't like them
think
as
the
B
best
team.
part is the sibling rivalry that's going on right now between Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas, and the fact that WWE isn't even talking about it, and yet everybody knows anyways,
Exactly.
because they're both the son of Mike Rotunda, aka IRS.
Erwin R. Shyster.
I like the gimmick. I don't know why you don't, but whatever.
I just don't. I've never liked the beat, and the fact that they beat Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt for the tag team title, that was just stupid. Because now Now with that, they're ruining Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. I could have seen them at least losing the titles to the Authors of Pain.
No,
or
they
something.
didn't ruin them. They became Woken.
Right.
Well, Matt Hardy did. Bray Wyatt's still just Bray Wyatt. But my number 2, the crappiest number
For the crappiest.
for the
superstar.
crappiest superstar, in my opinion, Dolph Ziggler. We talked about him
Yeah.
earlier on your list. He's a 6-time Intercontinental Champion, 2-time United States Champion,
Something.
2-time World Heavyweight Champion, and technically he's been World Tag Team Champions if you consider his time as Nikki in the Spirit Squad.
Oh yeah.
Fun
that.
fact, if you didn't know that, he was Nikki in the Spirit Squad. If you know who they are, yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
But he's technically a Grand Slam champion if you count that World Tag Team title reign as part of the Spirit Squad. But he can sell, and that's pretty much the only part I like about Dolph Ziggler, is that he's good at acting.
Oh yeah, he's good. Yeah, I mean he can.
Other
take a
than that,
fall.
he doesn't deserve to be Intercontinental Champion. In my opinion, he doesn't deserve to still be in WWE. There's some people that it's like, wow, I'd love to see him as champion. And then there's other people like Dolph Ziggler, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
You know, some people might like him, and I'm fine with that, but I don't. And
I mean, there is some stuff he's good with. I don't like his gimmick either.
he can't. Yeah, I don't like this.
I've never really liked
the
his gimmick.
stupid whatever they do at the record scratch at the beginning of his music.
Yeah,
like that's stupid. And this the fact that he's champion and he's teaming with Drew McIntyre just makes me mad, because I like Drew and they're ruining him.
That's what I said.
And the IC title is a prestigious title, and they give it to somebody like Dolph Ziggler. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I should write for WWE. Then this crap wouldn't happen.
Okay. Now the big finish here. Number 1. Hey, I think we both have the same person for number 1.
Do we?
I think we probably do, because
Do
we
we?
both don't like this person. Ready? So on the count of 3, we're going to give you our number 1 pick. 3, 2, 1. The
Shinsuke
Miz.
Nakamura. Well, we didn't.
The Miz.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
The Miz.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
The Miz.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Why do you not like Shinsuke Nakamura?
Because he freaking sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
He's the worst. We talked about him earlier.
True.
He's the worst superstar
On
in
the
the
roster.
history of worst superstars.
True. And he has like
And
no
what the
moves.
heck is wrong with you? You don't like The Miz?
I don't like The Miz.
Miz and Mrs. is the greatest reality television show in the history of reality television shows.
No. I don't like The Miz because he's a big fan of The Miz. That's pretty much it. I don't know. I just don't really like him either.
He's a Grand Slam champion.
I don't care. So is half the roster.
That's true. They're
I
obsessed
just
with Grand
don't
Slam
like.
champions.
I just don't like The Miz. I've never have. I guess he's good in the ring. I just don't like his gimmick and all that. And I don't think I've ever once seen him win a match where he doesn't cheat in some form or capacity to win. I just don't, and I don't like that kind of stuff. Like when someone wins in a stupid way, I just don't like that. And The Miz does that a lot.
But
Whether
as the late Eddie Guerrero said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So, when you look back on it, technically, I mean, everybody loved Edge. Edge always cheated. He can win on his own. He's won the tag team titles on his own. I mean, heck, he was partners with Damian Sandow. He won those titles on his own, because you know Damian Sandow didn't do nothing.
I also had a tie with number 1. I had The Miz and Jinder Mahal.
How dare you?
You don't like Jinder Mahal?
No, how dare you tie The Miz and Jinder Mahal?
It was just to annoy him. He
Well,
likes
it
The
worked.
Miz. The
It
Miz is
worked.
his favorite superstar, next to Chris Jericho and Sin
And
Cara for some
Rusev.
reason.
And Rusev.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's our top 10 least favorite superstars in WWE. Currently on the roster. You guys, what do you guys think we should do for our next video? Leave a comment in the section below.
Do you want to see more WWE? Do you want us to venture off into something else? We have movie collections. We can review movies, talk about movies. We play video games if you guys want to see anything on that. He wants to show off his books. If you guys are interested in books, we can do whatever you want.
He's got a huge Star Wars collection.
Star Wars.
This guy over here, big
I
nerd.
do. I am a nerd. You can call me
Star
whatever you
Wars
want.
nerd.
Call me whatever you want.
So let us know what kind of videos you guys want to see, and we'll try to do them. And I guess we'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Bye.